everybody. Hope you are enjoying your new camera. This video is going to be for you new guys. Today we're going to extend upon a video that I made that a lot of people really like. And the video, I had a video called Getting the Shot. And a lot of people responded to this Getting the Shot video that I did. You have made a decision. If you're holding your camera right now, if you're watching this video, you have made a decision by getting a camera instead of a freaking telephone that you want to take really good photos. You want to express yourself as a photographer more than you can with your telephone. So I'm going to extend upon this getting the shot and tell you a few more things. The first thing, you got to have a good attitude with your camera, but you got to have an open mind also. But first, getting the shot. If you're taking pictures of animals, if you're taking pictures of people, models, portraits, I can't stress how important it is to, you got to learn to get the shot. If not, you're going to miss the whole story. As a photographer, our pictures should be telling a story. I believe that firmly, because if not, it's just another picture. Whatever you do, whatever you take with your camera, make sure that it says something. Make it worth your time to be out there, to be shooting that friend of yours, the model, the puppy dog, whatever it is. Make sure it's worth your time. If it's nature photos, it's all the same, from a flower to a beaver to a bear, whatever. Have something to say with your photo. You're not a tourist anymore. Remember, as a tourist, you're going around going pow, 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 pow. There's a flower. Oh, that's pretty. Pow, pow, pow. There's a duck. Pow, 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 pow. There's a deer. Pow, 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 pow. And you're just turning your camera into a little baby machine gun, trying to get everything. But if you take a little bit more time and plan those shots, it can be so much more. So learn to how to get the shot. Now, in my other video, I talked about if you're shooting a model or a puppy dog or whatever, something alive, you have to anticipate what's going to happen. If you wait until it has happened, you missed it. So if I got a real pretty model out there or whatever, and her head is turned, her eyes are down or whatever, I know they're going to come back up. Her head's going to come back up. She's going to open her eyes, whatever it is. She's going to move her hand, push her hand through her hair, whatever. And you want to be on. You want to be on when that happens. If you wait for it to happen, it's gone. So one trick to really good photography is knowing what is about to happen. If you're dealing with something alive, you know something is about to happen. So watch. You got to become a keen observer of body language. Okay? And it's going to take time. It's going to take time. Some people are naturally gifted at that, and some others, it's just going to take a little bit of time to develop this. But it's very important to getting the shot. If you want to get the shot of something alive, anticipate what is about to happen. Is that bird about to fly? Is this model about to turn her head? Also, since you're new, while we're on this subject, if you're shooting out on location like I do all the time, plan your shots where your background's not loaded up with crap. Make sure it doesn't look like something's coming out of the model's head. Don't put a trash can in the shot. You know, avoid trash cans like the plague. People in the background, unless they're really far in the background. I don't want my pictures cluttered with anything. So I've learned in editing to use a clone tool a lot sometimes, so I can eliminate the bad things in my pictures. But I try to plan all this stuff. I don't want bad stuff happening. If you are it doesn't matter what camera you have. Now here we're going to get a little beyond this, getting the shot. If you have, I'm a Nikon shooter, but modern day DSLRs and mirrorless cameras can take remarkable photos. If it's an entry-level camera, it doesn't matter. The sensor is there. If you got a 24 megapixel DSLR, it's capable of fantastic shots. The companies, Nikon, Canon, Sony, whatever, they're not skimping you on ability. They're skimping you on functions and, you know, like autofocus and little things. That's the reason that you have a $500 camera and a $900 camera and a $2,000 camera. But the ability of the camera is there. The camera will do. And it's up to you to fulfill your part. It's you and that camera is what's making that picture. You can't blame your camera on a bad photo. If you have taken bad photos, you got to learn how to take a damn photo. And it takes time. Some people, you might not ever get it. But don't blame your crap on the camera. The camera can do it. Okay? So get a camera that you can afford. I shoot professional with the APS-C cameras. I've never needed a full frame camera ever. I'll get one someday just because, but I've never needed one for my styles of photos. So anyhow, you got your camera. You've got to have a good attitude. When you go out and shoot, you got to learn to start seeing things. You got to understand why one photo is good and the other photo is bad. So make notes. If you were taking good photos, you know, write down what the weather was. Was it cloudy? Was it sunny? Was it hazy? Was it 9 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Write down those things. It doesn't take but a minute to write down what you did. Then when you go back to editing those photos, you go, oh, wow, that was a good photo. I didn't realize I took that good a photo. So those conditions are very, very important. And as a beginner, you need as much information as you can to get the best that you can. Like I said, the camera's got all the ability in the world. You're the student. The camera's not the student. You are the new student to photography. And you got a learning curve you got to go through. Not just out taking the photos. You're going to have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of editing. Make sure the photo's straight, you know, and looking at imperfections that you can improve on and take it out to the field. The idea is to take the very, 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 very best photo you can with your camera so you don't have to do as much editing. The best photo wins every time. Okay, make it easy on yourself. Learn aperture priority and shutter speed and all these things. You know, when I started out, I usually shot aperture priority and auto ISO most of the time until I could learn to control more factors. And I still shoot in aperture priority some, but manual. We all grow up and start shooting manual all the time, and when we guess right, because that's what manual is, a lot of times you're guessing through experience. When you do a good job, it becomes even better. So anyhow, anticipate your shots, record what you are doing, okay? Record what you're doing so you understand why you got a good shot. And what's going to happen when you start putting these things together. You're going to walk outside one day, you're going to walk under a tree, you're going to step out into a path, whatever it is, and trying to get my music playing. and you will start to see those good shots. After you do it enough and you throw up on somebody or something, whatever it is, you're going to know the difference between that good shot and that bad shot. At first, you're really not going to know. But we're trying to train you so you do know. So everything that I'm telling you right now is learn that camera. Have the right attitude. You're not a tourist, so plan your shots. Take more time to show your art. So like I said, you are going to one day, when this stuff starts, you start putting it together, you're going to walk up next to this creek or next to this tree or next to this model standing under a tree or whatever, and all of a sudden all your experience is going to come rushing in. That's what will make you a photographer if you want to be a photographer. Or it's going to make you a better photographer, a better amateur. You know, it's just knowing and seeing these things. All right? That's what it's all about. Then you get, and as you start doing that, your level will increase. There won't be as many dry spots. You'll be going, oh, I don't know what to do next. You know, when it starts happening, you got nowhere to go but up. You understand? So take your time, have a lot of fun with your camera, take the shots, but make them count. Remember, you're not going around. You got a real tool in your hand and make the most of it. Okay? So anyhow, I'll have another video about this, but this is just thoughts for you as a beginner photographer. Okay? And we'll go over your camera and things in another video. You take care and have a great day. Okay? See you later. Bye-bye.